Hello, it's Friday. I've got a bit of a day. I had a bit of a day yesterday. So I've told all my students that I'm going to have a week off, which is next week. And of course, I told them that I'd have all of the work all up to date by the end of Friday today. And of course, everyone's thought, oh, I better get my work in before she goes on annual leave. So I've had a ton of work in. So I think I'm gonna have to work on Sunday, probably, just to get all of the admin done. But my calls are back to back, so I had calls yesterday morning from 10 o'clock till 1 o'clock. That's one every half hour, and I've got the same today. And then I've got all of my marking and assessing to do, and I've got a completer as well, which is a massive amount of admin. I know you don't want to hear all of this, but I'm telling you anyway. I'm working as I'm talking. So it is 9:20. I've got 40 minutes before my first call. Yes, so I've got next week off. I'm going to Scarborough. I've booked my train ticket, so I'm really excited about that. We'll all be excited once we get on the train, because she always knows that we're heading to Scarborough. She sort of identifies the train as either somebody getting off who's going to be exciting and fuss all over her, or as go to Scarborough. Going to be really early, a very early start, because I want to be there so that she can see her friends, which is very early in the morning. So as soon as I get to the train station, I've got the earliest train I possibly could. As soon as I get to the train station, I've got to scuttle as quickly as I can straight to the beach, where hopefully we'll meet, even if it's for 15 minutes, all of her doggy friends. And then I can spend time with my best friend Christine, and have a coffee with her, maybe a little bit of breakfast. And yeah, so I'm looking forward to that. I'm also going to go and see my nana next week. She's 96 next month. So I'm taking her Mother's Day card and birthday card. So I've got that to do. So I want to have a proper week off. I want to close my laptop and have a proper week off and catch up with things. I'd love to have a pamper as well, and I'd love to do some sewing. Oh, so one of my friends' birthday in Scarborough is, I think, in June, and I promised her a bag. I was making her a bag last year, maybe even the year before. No, it won't be the year before, it was last year, and I've never got round to it. So I'd love to just have a day to myself. I know I'm not going to get it because there's too much in the house to do, but it would be lovely if I could just sit and do some sewing. I told you I've lost £7. I'm up to £7. I've lost half a stone, so I'm doing really well there on that front. Don't have time to eat. That's the thing. That's the thing with being busy. Yeah, lose weight. Right, I better get ready for my first call. I've got some work to do before I talk to them, so I'll get on with that. It's sort of like I'm just gonna, because I want to chat to you about the bathroom. We picked the bathroom, went for a meeting with Wix. Yeah, I've got time to tell you about that. So I went for a meeting at Wix with the bathroom design lady, and she was very good, but it was quite rushed. And whilst we were saying we want this, because we'd picked some of the items already, we needed a double-sided bath. That was the change that we needed. And then I chose a specific kind of shower where the controls are separate. I wanted the traditional taps, and there was some bath taps and basin taps to choose, and a radiator, which I hadn't even thought about. And by the time she'd gone through all of the options without discussing the prices, the quote came in, and Mike fell off his chair. Well, I nearly fell off my chair. I had to pick myself back up. So I've got the quote here. I know things are expensive now, I do, but, I don't know if you can see this. Hang on, let's see if you can see. That's looking down at the bathroom. I know it's only small, but she did this sort of, I took my drawing with all my measurements, and then she did the software, and she created this 3D. So she put the bath and the toilet so you can see that you've got room to actually put your legs when you sit on the loo. Yeah, so you can see now where the bath will go into a little nook and the shower will be there. So I won't need a bath screen. So yeah. Anyway, pick my tiles and everything. So what I'm hoping to do today or this afternoon, if I can, is go on my computer and record a little video of all of the things that I've chosen. So yeah, I will get around to telling you the price. So the quote for everything, by the time we'd picked everything, without the tiles, was £2,859.45. Yeah, so nearly £3,000 for the bathroom. That's without the tiles and before the builder and the plumber have even stepped through the door. So yes, that's a fair bit. So what I did is I brought the quote home because Mike said, no. So brought the quote home and I went through it, and it's things like a designer radiator. Listen to this, for a designer radiator. I didn't know it was designer, but because it's a designer radiator, 300. This was the discounted price. Actually, it's normally £400, £399. Got a discount on it. They always put a discount. It's actually not a discount. They just up the price so that they can discount it so you feel like you've got a bargain. £379.05 for a small 900 by 500 towel rail chrome radiator. So I've done a few changes. The taps, the Renaissance basin mixer tap and bath filler tap, both in chrome, £423.23. That is the discounted price. So normally that would have been what, £580. £580. They've given me a really good discount on that, and it's still £423. It's just so much. So I didn't want to compromise on the vanity unit or the toilet, and the bath wasn't that expensive, and we've gone for really good MDF bath panels, so I'm quite happy with those. Mike was a little bit upset with the delivery charge, which she couldn't do anything about, but it's £80 to deliver. When you're spending that much money, you kind of like a little bit of leeway where they say I'll knock off the delivery, but apparently they can't. She couldn't. So Mike wasn't very happy about that, but I brought the price right down. So I'll go through that with you later and show you what changes I've made. And to be honest, the changes I've made I actually prefer. And it's dropped it. I'll tell you about the savings when I look. I'll show you all online. I'm stumbling now because I'm rushing to get ready for work. So I'm going to get ready for my first call. Speak to you later. So I'll go through what we've picked, the original stuff, what I'm keeping and what I'm not. This is the bath. We are keeping this Wicks Camissa double-ended bath, £275, and you can see the taps. They go in the middle of the bath. So keeping that one. Next up is there will be MDF bath panels on that as well. So overall, the bath we got as a discount price at £222. All in all, with the bath panels, it's come to £364.56. We then got we chose at the store. It was a designer radiator, not just any old radiator, the designer one. So £400. £400. I mean, it's very nice, but it's a radiator. That's it. £400 for that. So, I mean, and it's not that big, 900. by 500. Not that we need one in that small bedroom, but I have changed that. I've changed that to a radiator that I had in Scarborough, and it's actually bigger, it's taller. So 7726. It's this one, £62. Now I do have to get the valve that goes with it, but I'd have to with the other one, so it works out the same on that. But that's a huge saving, a huge price difference with the radiators. So that one's changed. Next is the fitted furniture, which is called the Hayman Grey 600mm vanity unit. And I really like this, so I'm not going to compromise on this. I am keeping it. And the reason for that is I got a really good discount. So £614, I've got this for £495.81. And that's actually near enough the same price as one at MKM we were looking at, which was smaller and not as good quality. It wasn't as nice. Now this does have only a single hole, so it does have to have a mixer tap. So that's one thing that's coming up next. But yeah, we're keeping that one. I like that one a lot. So the toilet, I wanted the traditional toilet, and it's called the Oxford. I'm not changing this because I like it. I just like a proper toilet. Don't know why. I like having a proper flush as well. I'm not keen on the buttons, and I just like the look of it as well. Now £415, I've got that discounted to £394.25. So keeping that. The toilet at MKM was £500, so I'm not going to complain at that. Now the shower is expensive. So I say expensive. It's more expensive because we have the bath in a little cubby hole, if you like. So it does need separate controls, preferably separate controls. And these are £406 for this little shower valve and diverter, whatever that is. But it's a traditional look, and basically it means that can go anywhere. So it can go on the wall. You can turn the shower on without getting in the bath, so you don't get a little bit of a cold shock. So I am keeping that. There's no compromise on that one. Now, 406, but we got that at discounted £327.85. And then that comes with the head shower, which is quite a nice, big, wide one. And that's £117. And it's got an arm that goes into the wall, so you can see there. And then a nice round shower head. That's exactly like what we had in Scarborough. And I really did like that. £117, we've got it for £94.48. And then, of course, there's the handheld with the riser kit. So that is, we got that at a discounted £109 on for £135. So keeping that, I'm happy with that. It's quite a little traditional style one. That's okay. So that's the shower kit. I don't know if you can hear the noise downstairs. That's Mike. Now the taps. Blimey, the taps. I'll just show you what she first suggested as taps, and I have definitely changed my mind on these. £210 for a mixer tap for the basin. Now it has a pull up waist thing at the back, which, I mean, for £210, I'd rather just have a plug, if I'm honest. But I'm not keen, to be honest. Anyway, I found one that I prefer. So that one is 161611. So this is just a very normal standard mixer tap, and then even with the push plug called the click clack plug that pops up, that's £34. So it's still an awful lot cheaper than £210. Now the worst one was the bath mixer tap, which this one was really expensive for what it is, for a mix, just because you want a mixer tap. I don't know, £370. £370 for a Renaissance, because it's got a name, Bristan. But yeah, that is well overpriced. Now, the taps I had in Scarborough worked perfectly fine and were very similar to these, which is 1,6,1,6,9. Look at the price difference on these. Just ordinary bath taps, but very pretty. They're nice. £32. So that was another big change and a big saving. There are a couple of extra things. I need a thermostatic radiator valve. That's just standard. And then there's the wastes for the bath and the free flow basin waste as well. The overflow filler, needed that as well. So all in all, from the quote of £2,859.45 was the full quote for all of that, without tiles. That's not including the tiles. So I've got that down to, just let me get my calculator just a second. All right, I've got it down to £2,217.41 with the changes that I've made. So that's a saving of nearly enough £650, £642.04. Now the tiles are 279. I'm going to show you the tiles that I've picked. I did show them in store when I was there, but if you haven't watched that video, you can have a look at these now. So that is 275,656. And I do like these. So for the amount that we need of these, it's £279. So it's kind of a very light marbly look. Really glossy, easy to clean. So those are the tile. That's the tile choice I've made. So I'm happy with that. So I want your comments, please, on what you think to that and think to the savings as well. So even with the tiles, it still ended up being a cheaper quote. But I'm looking forward to getting in there tomorrow, paying for it, ordering it, and knowing that it's just done, because it's just been such a headache. So thank you for that. That's that video over and done with, or over and out.